Link down below as always to credit the original uploader for posting this article, even though most of us are probably well aware that Elton, Prince of Pretty Deadly, was injured to the hands of Ridge the Fridge Holland, the same superstar that nearly killed Big E just a little over a year ago. So 2 times in just about 14 or so months, 2 people have been injured, one severely and the other one's going to be out of action for potentially a couple of months, a couple of weeks. It's really hard to say. Here's the moment that it happened right here. Okay, nothing good can come from over-rotating after being tossed. And we could see Ridge, clean move, tossed him. You know, like whose fault is that if we're blaming anybody on that particular move? You know, I'm not going to show you the Big E one because that one just puts a knot in my stomach. But I want to say that I'm not a fence sitter. Generally, you know, when something happens, whether it's politics or anything else in life, I tend to usually have a side. And it's okay to sit on the fence because you're unsure. You're trying to take in all the information. You're trying to be smart and not stupid and sound like a fool and just have a knee-jerk reaction and give your 2 cents on something that might not even be worth a penny for anyone's thoughts. I don't know what to make of this. I just know that when I think of someone like Bret the Hitman Hart, who has had a long career and has never injured anybody, Bret the Hitman Hart literally is the excellence of execution. I botched the word execution. He was so aggressive, so impactful, and yet nobody has ever gotten a bruise or nothing from Hitman. And you do that for the longest time. And then you come in and within 14, 15 months, you're critically injuring 2 people. I'm just saying from a psychological standpoint, throw me in the ring with Bret the Hitman Hart, Shawn Michaels, any day of the week. With all due respect to Ridge, I'd be a little bit worried about getting in the ring with him because, right? Like, whether it's his fault or not. Now, if I had to pick between this moment, which he says was out of his control, I tend to agree a little bit more on that one. Whereas with the Big E one, it was a belly-to-belly suplex. You can watch it if you want for yourself. I really just don't want to get into it. Very few things that I could watch open heart surgeries and all this kind of stupid crazy shit, no problem. But that one, for some reason, just I had some pretty nasty accidents myself happen that I'm still suffering from, you know, more than 2 decades later. And it's just, maybe it's because it hits home, you know, because I've been through something similar. And like I said, 23 years later, I'm still suffering. I'm still in a lot of pain, pins and needles, even though I have all my strength, thank God for that. Or just for my work ethic, because I work out really hard. I exercise and all that, so I have the strength and everything. It just, the pain is there and the tingling. And it sucks. I may get the surgery someday. But enough about me. I hope that Elton Prince is fine. I don't think it's Elton Prince's fault either. I think this one is just truly one of those, like it really is just bad luck. I mean, he got flipped over and he simply didn't land well. And I don't think he could have necessarily have done anything to fully ensure that. I don't think Ridge Holland could have. And there's the belly-to-belly suplex. And obviously, you know, with Pretty Deadly, they're much lighter. Big E's a much bigger man. And I'm not saying that, you know, Ridge Holland can't properly lift them. I mean, Brock Lesnar suplex City, and he's never injured anybody. But that's why a lot of these moves, they're kind of creepy. They're freaky. And there is a part of me that's also thinking, when you join this world and you sign up for the world of professional wrestling, unfortunately, as disgusting as it sounds, it kind of does come with the territory. I mean, these are high-risk moves performed by these incredible athletes. And look at what happened to... was his name Draws? The one that was injured that recently actually died. by the hands. Well, he didn't die by the hands of D'Lo Brown. He got injured and paralyzed from the neck down, I think it was, or from the waist down. He was wheelchair bound. It completely, fucked up his life. There's no sugarcoating it. And so with D'Lo Brown, was that his fault? There is a part where sometimes shit happens. What was it? Owen Hart. Owen Hart's been in the spotlight there lately. Well, Owen Hart, wasn't it Owen Hart? Survivor Series 97? I could be butchering the date here. Work with me off the top of my head. He gave a pile driver to Stone Cold Steve Austin, cracked his neck. Are we going to blame Owen Hart? I think it does come within reason. I think it's safe to say that within reason, sometimes shit happens. And in other cases, there needs to be a bit more accountability. And I'm not saying that's what needs to happen with Ridge. I think he's a great person. I think he's a really good wrestler, good superstar. I think he's safe. I don't think he needs to go back to NXT and train better. Maybe he's just... I don't know what to say. I'm having a hard time with this. Maybe he shouldn't just be flipping people around. I don't know. Because like I said, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, as that expression goes, 2 people within the span of a year got fucked up pretty bad. That's the end result. But at the same time, I don't want to blame Ridge the Fridge. Because I feel like I don't know enough about the situation to really fully comment. I just know that wrestling, when you're sweating, just everything in general, things can happen. You can slip. We've seen people try to climb the ropes just to get into the goddamn ring. And they get their foot stumbled in the ropes and they fall out. So many things can happen, right? And I think that's part of the reason why, for me, it's not that it gets a pass per se, but it makes it a little bit harder to judge. I mean, unless it's someone like Nia Jax, who seem to have been constantly injuring people, or Brie Bella, for example. Like, there's some people that they're just kind of more unsafe and sloppy, or even Goldberg, for example. Like, there are people that just seem to be not as safe, not as good, that seem to be just sloppy. Ridge, to me, doesn't come across as sloppy. I think it was just really, really bad luck is what I would like to think it is. But you know what? I could be wrong. This is just my take on it. It's just my thoughts, my feelings. Maybe you can comment down below and tell me why I should be grilling Ridge a little bit more. Should he be held accountable? This is twice, lay it into me and let me know what you think. Or should we be backing off and this comes with the territory? And it just so happens that Ridge has been not lucky in unfortunately injuring 2 people, right? Does that psychology play with your head and make you think, well, maybe there's something going on there with him, because that's twice now. Once, sometimes we're willing to let that pass. Twice, okay? I'm going to end the video here. I don't want to make it longer than it needs to be. Naturally, I'm hoping for Biggie, anybody else who gets injured, Elton, Prince, to recover from this. And I do feel bad for Ridge. I mean, he's getting death threats, and that's uncalled for. It's not like this was maliciously done, right? First and foremost, that none of these events were maliciously done. They were unfortunate accidents. Preventable? I don't think I know enough to fully cement my thoughts on that. Okay? I just wanted to make this video, bring the awareness once more that professional wrestling is very much real. Just because the outcomes are scripted, it doesn't mean that things like this don't happen. I mean, there's more injuries in the world of professional wrestling than in the fucking UFC. Like, seriously, you have a better chance of keeping your teeth and not getting mangled stepping in the octagon with George St. Pierre or Conor McGregor or whoever else than you do stepping inside the ring with Ridge Holland. Okay, was it too soon to... Okay, so as always, if you like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. If you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. We'll bend it eventually. That would be great, and then getting thrown again after. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.